Good morning, folks, and happy Friday. Today is going to be day 74 working down here at the ranch. And as you can see, got my well put in. Now, let me tell you, it was a long 3-day process. It took them 400 foot to find the well, but they finally found the water. So I was gonna try to record a bunch of this, but the truth of the matter is I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Me and my uncle were kind of scattered out all over the place trying to get some stuff done while they were kind of getting the well dug. And so I got a little bit of video I'll put up there for you just so you can see a little bit of it. But we got the well in. I have it running. It's apparently you got to run these things for about 24 hours right after you get it going to clean out all the water. They say to purge the well. So this has been running now for about 22 hours and the water is still coming out of there real nice and strong. So that is definitely a plus. All this stuff down here needed a little bit of water anyway. We still have not had any rain for like I don't even know, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks since we had any real rain. But anyway, I am going to spend most of today trying to fill in this trench here, get it nice and packed up and cleaned up. And I gotta put a faucet on the little spigot we've got coming out over here by the building. But I'm gonna spend most of today filling in this trench, and we'll kind of see where we're at after that. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go down and get what dirt I've got down there and kind of get this filled in, and then tomorrow morning I got a guy coming out and he's going to clear out these 2 little areas for me. So it's going to be another long busy day. I've already talked to him. He said he doesn't mind if I do some videoing while he's doing that. He's hoping I can send him some of the video so he can put it on his Facebook. So anyway, day 74. We're gonna spend a lot of time on the tractor today trying to get this trench filled in. Like I said, I'm gonna put a little spigot on this little outlet that we've got right here. But other than that, we'll see where we're at after we get done with that. But more than likely after that's done, I'm gonna call it a day because it has been a long week, a long hot week at that. So day 74, here we go. Holy smokes, folks. I don't know where you're at, but let me tell you, down south, it is hot. It is dry. It has been miserable for the last couple of weeks. Watching this video makes me want to drive back down to the ranch and stick my head underneath this faucet and just let that cold well water soak me to the bone. That's how hot it's been. By the way, that's probably the fastest that I've ran in about 15 years, folks. Running around that corner just to make sure the water was going. I'm just saying. All right, well, that little project right there is done for now. Probably when I have somebody out here, I can turn that thing on or have them turn it on and I can make sure it's not leaking there where I put the faucet in at. But looked like it had some pretty good pressure coming out of there, so that is definitely a plus. we're gonna end up eventually washing this tractor. Now, I don't know if I'll do that today, but it's gonna be in the very near future, get my old tractor washed up. But now what I'm gonna do, one thing I did a couple of days ago was I was able to get my tooth bar on this bucket, and I went and got some longer bolts, and it was working. It's working just fine. However, I'm actually going to take it off now, so it's a little bit easier to smooth out this dirt when I start to fill in this hole over here. I tried to kind of smooth out some dirt with that tooth bar on it, and it just kind of claws it up a little bit instead of leaving it smooth. So I'm gonna take this off of there, and then basically go over here and spend most of the day filling in this trench and trying to get it packed in there nice and good. And we'll see where we're at once we get to that point. So here we go. I literally just put this thing on there Monday, and I tested it out a little bit. It seemed to be working pretty good. The only problem I really had was when I was dropping dirt down and trying to smooth it out. It was basically leaving big scratches in the dirt instead of smoothing it out. So here we are, taking it off after taking all that time trying to get it put on. Yeah, according to everything I've watched, that right there is what you do not want to do, is have your bucket straight up and down like that, pushing, and then smash into something on the ground, because you can really jack up your bucket. But this little part right here, even though it was the shortest part, it was kind of the most nerve-wracking, because I was really worried I was going to smash into that electrical box or the water line coming out of the ground, and that would have caused a really, really big problem. I will say this about the well water, and anybody who's ever been on well water might know what I'm about to say, but it stinks. At least the water that I have stinks. My neighbor's does too, but apparently you can buy some filters that kind of helps with that, but I feel like I can still smell it right now. And I've already been home for a while and taken myself a shower, so there's some more information about well water. All right, well, got this first little section done. That wasn't too bad. I had to kind of be really careful because I didn't want to smash into the building, but I think once we kind of get around the corner, it should go a little bit quicker. I won't be so worried about smashing into the building and the water lines and all that other stuff, but still got a little ways to go. I got about 15 minutes and then I get to shut off the water. It had been running for 24 hours at that point, but I'm gonna take a little break and get out of the sun for a second, folks. It's hot, but this little project's probably gonna roll right along, I think, once we get around this corner. I hope. We'll see. Here we go. Woo-wee. I've only been out here a couple hours and I am already drenched in sweat, but I got this trench filled in. I got some extra dirt laying on top of it to kind of fill it in a little bit. I probably need to come back through after it rains and see how much it settles down. But I thought I was going to get out of here unscathed, but oh, yep, it's still dripping water. Oh, good thing I got water, but I smacked that thing right there. I might be able to get it back in there, but as you can see, it's still pouring water out of there. But yeah, this hopefully it'll smooth over a little bit once we get a little bit of rain. Then I can see where I need to come back in and clean up some spots at. But I wanted to be really careful around this, so I may end up stacking me a pile of dirt over here and getting a shovel and cleaning that up. I might do that tomorrow while Caleb's down here cleaning up some trees. But folks, this is probably going to be a pretty short video. I didn't want to bore you with the rinse and repeat of me going and getting dirt and kind of filling in this trench here, but I think I'm gonna check out and make sure the hose is all still working and everything should be, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. But he's gonna get started bright and early tomorrow morning, so probably be back down here about 5:30 in the morning. We're gonna get some of that recorded up. He's gonna take out some trees and open up a little area for the septic tank, which I think is gonna be right over in this area. And he's gonna clear a little bit down below. Now I imagine he's gonna be here Saturday and Sunday, but I think he's going to basically push through that little spot right there, probably get rid of that big tree in the middle, and then I'll have a nice little road or trail going back into there. So we'll see how everything unfolds. I hope everybody's having a great week. It is Friday, and I am gonna get out of here a little bit earlier than I have all this week. So we will catch you next time. I'll probably have a video up maybe tomorrow, and then hopefully Sunday for the work we got done tomorrow. Y'all take care. We'll catch you next time.